Today is the Hellcat day, or I should say the Redeye day. So I've been driving my Mustang now for, I don't know, the past week. And I haven't driven my Redeye in actually quite a while. It's kind of in the winter months. So I'm going to give you some impressions from my GT500 to my Redeye. Which already this car just feels so different and feels awful powerful. So I'll kind of share you some of my thoughts as I drive down the road here today as I rest the GT500. You give it another 10 years and this will be a thing of the past. Maybe 20. The Ice Age. Combustion engine age coming to an end, huh? I don't know. Out on the open road in the Hellcat Redeye, and she is more of a comfortable ride, which I think some would kind of know that. Not as noisy. I don't know if you'd say she's less choppy, but I think a little less choppy. Fun car to drive. Definitely a road car for sure. Definitely drive this a long, long way and be very comfortable. And power-wise, I'd say they're about equal. You know, the Hellcat has more power, it's heavier. It's head-to-head rolling down the road if you kind of nail it. Higher speeds, I think it'd be kind of pretty close. Out here in the country, getting nice country roads out here. Good driving. Kind of feel for what your car can do. And the Mustang, the Hellcat. And kind of hear the exhaust. So now I'm in the sport mode. See how she sounds. Sounds good, but I don't think she sounds as loud as the Mustang. Try that again. Got her in the track mode now. Let's say she sounds in track. I still think the Mustang's louder on the exhaust. As far as the pull goes, say they're pretty damn close. Being this car has 797 horsepower, 8-speed training, versus the Mustang is 760 horsepower, 7-speed, but I don't know the exact weight difference, but I'm guessing. Is it like 200 pounds? 300 pounds? I need to find out. I haven't had this car in track mode, believe it or not. I'm surprised. She's not too rigid. She's actually very... She's a little more comfortable than I thought. That should be really choppy and bumpy, and maybe the road's just too nice to me right now, but the track mode's nice, actually. Better than I thought. Hellcat transmission, I've noticed between the Ford transmissions, you're not as aggressive on the downshift. You kind of give that rev. It isn't like rev matching, but just you get a more of a kind of a higher RPM downshift, give you a little bit more of a fun factor. I don't know why that is. And my 10-speed auto GT Mustang definitely has a lot of that. And some people feel like it's too much of jumping around in gears. But the 7-speed GT500, it definitely has more of a you know, interaction with you as you downshift. And the Hellcat, it just doesn't really have that, I don't know, fun factor downshift, which I kind of wish it did have more of aggressive type of downshifting. And for the guys that buy these things in manuals, they're like, yeah, I know how to fix that problem. Or, sure, take your paddle shifters, but once again, the Mustangs just seem to do it on their own, and it is a nicer type of fun time. Back road Hellcat, and I wouldn't get too radical. This thing is good, but it's heavier. Just wasn't really built for the total back road adventure. Even though a really good driver, I'm sure, could take this thing and hang with a GT500 guy that wasn't the most experienced driver. Good old supercharger. That supercharger is sweet. So that's where kind of the Hellcat outdoes the GT over the downshifting. So yeah, I can sit here and kind of gripe about the Hellcat not doing the downshifting, but at the end of the day, that whine and that supercharger is just sweet. And you don't really get the exhaust note out of this car. It's in the track mode right now. So it's at the highest capability of giving you a lot of noise, and you get some, but that Mustang it's just a lot louder car. Exterior wise and interior, she's getting some gurgling, so I will give her that credit. If you kind of get in her a little bit, then you let off, and she kind of just does her own thing and slows down a little bit. Yeah, not doing it much now. So you just don't get that kind of radical play between the transmission and the revolutions of the motor. There's a little gurgling back there, but I don't think you're going to hear it. Great road car, though. This is just a really comfortable, it's a fun car. It's a car you can ride around all day long. She does haul ass for sure. With just ease. She seems to coast easier. I don't know what that's all about, but I feel like this car coasts easier than the Mustang GT500. Why? Does it really? You know, I doubt it, but it just feels like this car coasts easier. Maybe it's a different gearing, possibly. Another thing, the big difference in this car of the Hellcat versus the GT500 is that rear end and that GT500, that transmission is just so much more noticeable. You really do feel more of kind of like a gear shift in between, and you know, and I hate to use the word clunking because people will take that all negatively, but you just get so much more of that type of kind of feel out of that GT500. And you know, this car does it a little bit too, but not nearly as much. You know, what is that all about? My guess is this has got the torque converter, the other one doesn't have one, and it just disperses energy differently. And hopefully you kind of hear the exhaust. And just about that squirrel on wheels, you can get right here, a squirrel. Just keep on going straight. They'll figure it out. There's some gurgle bop, you know, popping back there. The rumble's nice in all these Ice Age cars. Pretty hard to believe now the Hellcat's been around 5 years, going on 6 years just about, and oh, it's set the precedent of this American muscle, even though a lot of people think that the Mustang's the wrong category now, being called American muscle. But anyways, it's obvious.